Hey planner friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 10th to the 16th of October in my medium passion planner. Let's get started. So the kit that I'm using this week is Zombina from Plannerface, and I can't really take the name of this kit seriously in my accent because it does just sound like I'm saying Ribena, but I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and also mention me for a freebie. And as well as the stickers from this kit, I'm also putting in some orange stickers that I had in my stash because I thought orange would go with this spread and it is my theme colour for October, so I've just decided to cram that extra colour into the spread. As usual with my pen base, I've started by shading in the parts of the timelines where I'm going to be asleep, and then going in with my grey Stabilo fine liner to mark in my alarm times and split my personal and work to do sections in half to give myself extra checklist space for each day of the week. I'm then using the fine liner side of my orange passion highlighter, which is my theme colour for October, to mark in my work hours, and now I'm adding in my meals for the week, so breakfast, lunch and dinner for each day using my Pilot Friction pen. As usual, I'm not adding in breakfast on any days where I don't have an alarm set in case I sleep in, and I'm also not adding dinner in on Thursday because I'll be going out for dinner, so that will be a sticker. As I've mentioned in my last couple of videos, I've switched up the way that I'm doing my to-do lists at the moment, so I have 8 sections in the personal and work to-do list area, and I'm separating those into a section for this week and then a section for each day of the week. So I'm just writing those in with the fine liner side of my passion highlighter. I'm then going to highlight over all of the checkboxes in the bottom left hand corner with the chisel tip side of my passion highlighter, as well as highlighting over all of my meals throughout the spread and also colouring in the daily focus boxes of days where I'm not going to be at work. Unfortunately for me, this is my last 4-day week in a run of a couple, and now I'm going to be back to 5-day weeks after this long weekend. Also, while we're doing pen-based stuff, I thought I would just answer a quick question that I've had a couple of times in the last few days. I haven't ordered the new Passion Planner, like erasable pens, just because it's not feasible for me to pay all that shipping to get those pens shipped over to me. There's not really anything else I need to buy from the company at the moment. I might try them in the future, but if you're looking to me to review them like now, then unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do that at the moment. So that is it for my pen base. Now we can get started with some stickers, and as always I'm starting with my meal plan tracker, which is just something that I made in Excel and print off on sticker paper myself. I'm then adding in the squared off half box from the kit with a Halloween doodle from Plannerface, and then finishing off my sidebar with a habit tracker and a decorative box from the kit, and yes, I did cut the tall girl down to fit in the sidebar, but obviously not quite as much as I thought I needed to, so I'm just trimming like a millimetre off the top because I like there to be a little bit of white space between the decorative box and my meal plan tracker. As usual with my washi headers, I've cut one of the 15mm strips from the kit in half to cover my Space for Infinite Possibility header and my personal and work to-do list headers, and then I've cut a 6mm piece from the second washi strip to create my extra gratitude header in the bottom left hand corner. This was another one of those washi patterns where I was a little bit worried that by trimming it, it would start looking a little bit weird or you'd lose some of the pattern, but actually I quite like how the drips kind of like drip in and out of the thinner pieces of washi that I've cut. Finally, I can finish off the base of my spread with a weekend banner, and then we can get into my plans for the week. So zooming in and starting on Monday, I'm first using a skinny event label and the envelope doodle from the kit to mark in that I was doing standouts all week, but mostly on Monday. That was pretty much it for Monday, so on Tuesday I'm marking in using a glitter header which I got from my stash that I was working from home, and then adding in my first weight session of this deload week using a Pinky Stickers printable and a leg day script from Plannerface. On Wednesday I was duty scientist, so I'm using a regular event label and one of the little things from the kit with a Joy of Planning scientist girl and some deco to mark in the 2 sessions of duty scientist, and in between those I'm using a quarter box with the laptop doodle from the kit to mark in at my usual Wednesday afternoon seminar. This week at work was pretty busy, but I did manage to tick loads of things off my to-do list that have been kind of hanging around for a while, so I do feel really productive even though it was only a 4-day week and it was, like I said, super busy. For Wednesday evening, I'm just adding in another Pinky Stickers printable to mark in doing a yoga class online, and then we can move on to Thursday, where again I'm using a glitter header, this time from the kit, to mark in that I was working from home. Thursday evening was a pretty busy one, so I started off using another Pinky Stickers printable and a pull day script from Plannerface to mark in my workout, and then using a bin icon also from Plannerface to mark in a reminder to take the bins out. I'm then using a fancy label from the kit with a stick with the Planco girl who is eating a burger to mark in going out for burgers with my friend Em before we went to see Frank Turner at the O2 in Bristol, which is my first indoor gig since the pandemic, and I'm marking that using a square box from the kit which I've cut down a little bit to fit in the space, and a load of deco and also a wine doodle from Plannerface. To make sure that the box fitted nicely in the space that I had left for it, I've just trimmed the bottom of it off and then stuck it next to the box and then used that as a guide of how much of the rest of the box I needed to trim off. This was such a good show. I have loved Frank Turner for years and I've never actually got to see him live, so it was super exciting and it was just such a good show, and I barely had a voice the day after because I was singing along so much. So because I had that late night on Thursday, I had taken Friday off of work because I knew I would be too exhausted to drive into the office in the morning. So I spent all of Friday doing a lot of planner stuff and getting some bits and bobs ready for Plansmas. So I'm first using one of the squished half boxes from the kit with some deco and a planner sticker and a film script from Plannerface to mark in filming my planner overview for next year. I'm then adding in one of my Pinky Stickers printable to mark in doing a little bit of cardio in the morning, which was just walking Reggie. Like, I used to do a proper cardio session, I could go run on a treadmill, but that's just not the vibe anymore. The rest of Friday I just spent it sketching out some stuff for back pages for my 2023 planner, so I'm using a quarter box and a planner doodle from Plannerface to mark that in. Moving on to Saturday, I'm marking out my usual planning time in the morning, so I'm using a third box with some deco and an edit script from Plannerface to mark in editing and recording this voiceover, and then a flag with the planner doodle from the kit and a planning script also from Plannerface to mark in actually setting up for the week ahead. Oh my god, I said that in one take for the first time in ages. For Saturday afternoon, I'm using one of the squished up half boxes from the kit with a Joy of Planning weightlifting girl to mark in at my weightlifting class, and then I'm using a half box with a load of deco from the kit to mark in at whatever we got up to on Saturday evening, and this actually ended up being another gig, so I haven't been to an indoor gig since before the pandemic and now I've gone to 2 in a week. Moving on to Sunday, I'm using a 3-heart checklist box from the kit to mark in a usual chunk of time for cleaning with a vacuum doodle also from the kit, and then I'm using one of the fancy labels with the grocery doodle from the kit to mark in the grocery shopping in the morning, and I've actually got click and collect again because absolutely not going into Tesco this time in the morning. For the rest of Sunday, I'm just marking in another weight session using another Pinky Stickers printable and a push day script from Plannerface, and then uploading this video using a bit of orange washi that I found in my stash with a YouTube button icon from Ickle & Co and an upload script from Plannerface. And aside from finishing this video, that is pretty much all I can be bothered to do today. I stayed up way past my bedtime last night. As I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, I'm also adding in some half-cut glitter headers around the time that I'm in work because I'm now drawing in my checklists rather than adding in actual stickers, so they don't take up quite so much space. I'm then going to fill in some of the space when I'm at work using the gorgeous decorative boxes from this kit. I absolutely love the art in this kit, it's so cute and I definitely knew that I wanted to use it for this Halloween. I also picked up the monthly version of this kit, which I'm probably going to use at some point next year. I did consider using the double box that came in this kit on Monday and Tuesday, but the way that I cut down the stickers, it wouldn't really have worked very well because I would have actually cut off a lot of the cars, which would have ruined the whole drive-in movie theatre scene thing. I also knew that I definitely wanted to use the waitress fashion girl in this kit because her uniform is orange, and I figured that was how I was going to pull in all of these extra orange stickers into the spread. As always, I've trimmed down all of my decorative boxes vertically on the sticker paper, and then I'm just trimming them horizontally on my planner so that they fit nicely within the timelines. And then after saying that I didn't want to include the scene because I would have had to cut off all of the cars so that it fitted within my spread, I then used half of the scene, but I really like these bats over the moon in the background of the scene, so I purposefully cut out all of the drive-in elements from this box rather than doing it accidentally. But that is all of my stickers down for the week. Now we can go back in and fill in all of my plans as usual using my Pilot Friction pen. So this week has been a really weird one. We started off the beginning of this week doing loads of adulting. So we've ordered a new boiler for our house, which is getting fitted in a couple of weeks. Super exciting because our boiler is almost old enough to drink in England. So it really needs replacing. No one will insure it. And I also organised loads of stuff with my finances and rejigged a load of my bank accounts. So I feel like I've been such a grown up at the beginning of this week and got loads of stuff sorted. And then the second half of the week, I did 1 day of work, and then I've gone to 2 gigs, one of which I wasn't really expecting or planning for this week. But as I already said, Frank Turner was amazing. I've been waiting so long to be able to see him live, and yeah, it was so worth the wait. If he's ever around where you live, then definitely go and check him out, because it was just a really positive and fun show to be at. Oh, here's what I realised when I was filling in everything for the week, that I'd completely forgot to put in my dots for my top 2 or 3 things that I get done at work each day, so I'm just adding those in with my passion highlighter now. Friday, it was a really good day, just like me and my planners, just chilling all day. And then Saturday I had a fairly chill morning, and then went to my weightlifting class, and this was probably the last time that I'm going to be going to the weightlifting class at the time it is at the moment, because I'm actually going to be joining the proper team training sessions, which is slightly earlier on Saturdays. Super exciting, and be training with some great lifters, but also I'm going to feel so lightweight compared to the rest of them, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit intimidated. Saturday evening was also really nice. I got to see some people that I haven't seen for a long time, and also just hang out and listen to some really good live music. So yeah, that was a really nice evening as well. But I am exhausted now, because we didn't get home until quite late, because we stayed out at the pub after the show. And although I was driving so I wasn't drinking, I'm still really tired this morning because we got home way after my bedtime. My focus for this week was to start pre-filming some Plansma stuff, and I did that because I started my 2023 setup on Friday. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, but I'm slightly worried that I've bitten off more than I can chew, and I'm being a little bit overambitious with my ideas. But yeah, that is all of my pre-planning. Let's take a look at the finished spread. So here's the spread all filled out, and I love that some of my pictures from this week also really fit with the colour scheme of this spread. Me and my friend Em do have a kind of Team Rocket thing going on with our hair at the moment. And also I've added a little bit of washi tape from Hand Over Your Fairy Cakes, which pretty much sums up my opinion of UK politics at the moment. The last thing to do is check in with the little man himself, who was walking so nicely on his lead the other day. He really can be an angel when he wants to be.
So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!